Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, What a start. Just getting command grabbed by this man. Uh, with the robots finally showing themselves to at least one human, I was wondering how tall they were and how, like, what their sizes were. But it looks like they're little tiny things, so I'm not really surprised. But um, there's a lot of small details in this episode that gave me clarity of where they are. They're like up on some ship, super high in the air, and it makes sense with how like tiny they are. It wouldn't be as hard to figure out or to use all the materials to their disposal to try to make something small enough just for them to be in. Um, but seeing how many there are and seeing that they all just enjoy fighting these bugs, but they're on the inside of this dome, it feels like they could end up dying at the end of the day, unless they have to abandon the ship maybe because it's too big. But from what I get, essentially, because of this giant goo doll, um, and it doesn't have a chip for them to just pretty much shut it down or anything like that. It's pretty much the end of the world type of situation, or at least end of the Decada ship as it is. But with this interesting dome they showcase, it almost seems like where else outside of that dome could have been normal, or it could have been like a whole different type of bad news out there or something, right? Why is it that they have a dome? Is that just so they can control where the monsters go and how much they actually leave, and so they can end up fighting them always? Or is this just something they do to all different types of species throughout planets? Or either it's humans, it's different, aliens to us. I don't know where this is going, right? Like, it feels like they are intelligent enough to be doing this all around different planets if they wanted to. It's just a dome with monsters running free and then controlling humans, and if the humans end up becoming bugs, you kill them. Like, there's too much control that they have here, and it doesn't seem like something they they took too long to achieve, right? It didn't seem like they went through and fought battles, because it's not like the robots are things of legends to the people, to the humans. So, like I said, the thing that's most interesting to me is where are they going to put the end of this story? Is everything going to be okay, or is everything going to end up, with the humans and the robots coexisting, or these robots are cyborgs, whatever you want to call them, them sacrificing themselves? Like, what is the overall end point? And I think that's the most interesting aspect of having Natsumi even meet one of them, or some of them, because they may have never actually got to see them if something drastic has to be done. Not to mention the fact that the boss is about to be gone for good if the Decada goes down, and the person who has to man this new Decada is the person who was manning it already, which I think is a little bit of poetic uh, justice to how he was acting earlier on, talking about, oh, I wanted to just fight by you, man. Like, that's why I keep warning you and telling you this and that. He's like, oh, you do? Well, I got the perfect opportunity. You know how you manned the ship? Yeah, now you're going to man me. We're literally going to fight to the end. And I didn't see that coming. I actually thought he was going to be able to just do his thing, but I guess we now know what would have happened if one of the robots were used as the pieces to move Decada. It seems like they figured out enough technology to have it manned differently. But what if it was like that, and because our boss has just gone in there, he might show up in one of the chairs, and that's why those other three people were there showing up. It's just because they were actually part of the Decada crew that was running it, or something like that. So I don't know where this is gonna go at the end of the day. It could be a good thing um, that Decada has the boss in it now, and then especially with the person who actually likes the boss a lot being the one manning it. We just got to see why the guy who closed himself up into the box and then used the shield, the barrier, to pretty much start destroying this Decada. We gotta find out why he's doing that in general, and why that's the only choice, and if this is something that they've been doing. So I'm interested in the little things, of course, but regardless of that, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, and I hope I can get 3 video out to you guys before I gotta go. So that being said, take care, and peace.